Before we get into our writing today, I wanted to take a look at an example from our anchor book this week where the author masterfully uses one of our strategies for making interesting writing. Let's read it. As she waited among them, she heard a sound, a buzzing. She noticed a bee gently land on one of the flowers. She peered closer. This flower was not made of paper. She breathed in its sweet perfume. The strategy the author is using is senses. We've talked about using our senses before. What senses is he using? First, he's using sounds, the buzzing of a bee. Then he's talking about a visual image, the bee landing gently on the flowers. And finally, he uses her sense of smell. She breathed in its sweet perfume. Hopefully this inspires you this week to think about how can I include my senses in my writing. It makes our writing more interesting. You can see my writing's already finished and edited. That's only because I've recorded this video before and had audio problems. So let's go through what I've written today, and then I'll give you a chance to write. We'll talk about the editing in a different video. Wisps of smoke curl up towards the blue sky. Pigeons hop curiously among the wreckage. The brown, grays, and blacks of the city's carcass were a stark contrast to the surrounding countryside. The enormous beast now motionless, a reminder of the terror from the night before. Jacques was there, the screaming, the flames bursting through the windows and roofs of the buildings, villagers desperate to save what little they could. Dismay lingered in the air. Jacques knew exactly what everyone was thinking. How would they survive the winter? That was my first day of writing. I wrote 2 paragraphs, and I wanted to ensure that I hooked my reader. I did this by painting an image of the desolation left from our dragon. I used the colors, the browns, the grays, the blacks, to try and help my reader visualize what the city now looked like. I organized my writing. In the first paragraph, I focused on my setting. Where is my story taking place? You'll notice in my second paragraph, and I'm remembering to indent, is about my character, about Jacques. What is Jacques feeling at this moment? He's remembering the fear, the screaming from the night before. These are sounds. While you write this week, try and include one of your senses in each of your paragraphs. While we want to include our senses in our writing, we still want to make sure our writing is clear by writing in paragraphs. We use indents. We use sentences. We want to make sure our writing is interesting by hooking our reader, by including our senses. This is your chance. Go ahead and write for the rest of the week.